You know, I don't know what he's been through in life to make him get to a place where he's done such monstrous things. But my concern right now are these victims, are these little girls, and I know they bleeped out their names, but now they didn't only just get molested, they also have to deal with the fact that their story is public. And that's my main concern. It's just I feel bad for them.
Yeah, you make a really good point that even though the names are bleeped, you could glean from the circumstantial conversation, oh, this was the relative of the first wife, oh, this one lived in the neighborhood, probably other people around these girls know who they are. And look, it's good that we know this about this person. There are going to be consequences for him, both professional and personal, and obviously probably criminal as well, because there's no statute of limitations on child abuse. At any point when it's happened, you can and I think there have already been some consequences for him professionally. It was just...
We just got word that when this story came public, he just got fired from the movie Ted 2, the Seth MacFarlane movie. So, yeah, you're right.
One thing I don't think is, I think it's important that this is tried in a court of law. I don't think that TMZ is doing anybody a favor by making this a tabloid story. There are victims in this case, and now they've made it into this salacious online thing. They're not helping anybody. They're not helping anyone.
I mean, they'd be doing me a favor if he was my neighbor. Like, I'd rather have the information earlier than later. The thing that I don't know or understand, and maybe it did happen, but it doesn't sound like the therapist did anything. And I think when there's child endangerment, they have an obligation to bring out this information. This was 2 years ago. So I don't get that.
Well, if this is him on the tape, because somebody will jump up and argue, it wasn't me on the tape, it wasn't my voice, this was doctored or something. And if these allegations are true, I'm just going to say this is the one time I think TMZ got it right. I think it's the one time because they need to let people know, and there's a value of exposing this, pun intended, that TMZ is now that. It's not that frivolous thing for entertainment anymore. They're doing some great journalism here. And this time I slightly disagree that they made it salacious. I think they put it out there, and what it does is let you know that a molester is not some unattractive individual, some random situation, some boogeyman.
Down some dark alley.
That's right.
Here's a guy. He's good looking. He's successful.
He played a pastor.
Working. He's married.
Yeah, and
he has a daughter, by the way.
On Seven Heavens. So he has this trustworthy appeal thing going.
Well, I have kids, and I would want to know if there's someone living across the street from me that is molesting.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I think we need to know. I guess what you said earlier. My heart hurts for these girls, and I also worry that this evidence may or may not be tainted by the fact that it's been put in the public. How does that affect its admissibility in court? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
Or does it hurt the case?
Does it hurt the case in some way? Does it undermine the case of the victims in some way? And
would you feel differently if it was nightly news of some sort?
You know what's funny? If it had been the New York Times or the Night News, I might have felt differently about it.